number 2?
Baby number 2. I don't know what to expect with baby number 2. I felt like a sociopath on baby number 1 because everyone told me all this stuff that I was going to be feeling and whatnot, and it wasn't until like actually holding my own baby that like all the stuff that they said was going to happen started happening. And then it was still slow. Like it was more so like I was in shock almost. Then
I think you're caught in the moment. You know? It's just it happened so fast.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I hardly remember it. I feel bad, but I hardly remember any of it.
I don't like showing emotion in front of people. So I was like, and then
get out of here!
As I was
it's
tearing
my baby.
Up and like holding her and everything, there's like it's like you're in a fish tank and everyone's staring at you outside the baby room. Or
and
whatever.
You gotta cry.
Like, okay,
you gotta cry.
I just turned my back to all of them. Fuck you guys, because I didn't even know some of the people that were standing out there. But yeah. And then with my firstborn, she was stuck in. She had sucked in fluid in her lungs, and so she was stuck in the other room from us the whole time. And so
they had to put her under the lamps because she had low riboflavin.
Whatever the yellow skin thing is.
Jaundice. She got the Johns.
So they had to put her under the blue light for a while. So yeah, it was quite the traumatic experience to start with. And I almost passed out. I took your advice. I didn't look on the other side of the curtain.
No.
If you're about to have a baby and your wife has to get a C-section, he gave me the advice, don't look on the other side of the curtain, which I took. Problem is, you still see down below the curtain, which just goes across the midsection right here. And they sliced her, and then you just hear the blood pooling onto the floor, like dripping.
Yeah.
And I like look down because I can hear the drip sounds, and there's just like blood pouring out of her. And then she's talking about getting cold, and I'm like holding her hand, and I was just like,
Yeah.
One thing I learned is she's 1,000% tougher than I am.
Oh, my wife is too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife had to push. She was in labor for I don't remember how many hours, several hours, and she had to push. And they put this pressure meter inside and said get to 100, and she got all the way to 200, and Oakland didn't come any further than what they thought, to the point where once they did the C-section and brought her out, she had a dent in the side of her head from where the pressure meter was stuck between her and the whatever the inside of the vagina is called. I don't ever get that far.
The cervix?
Yes.
I see you did there.
But yeah,
just say what's up every now and then.
So yeah, it was traumatic all around. So I'm hoping this time, now that I know what to expect, it goes a little smoother and whatnot. And
have you heard about the kids that get brought out with the forceps in their heads?
Yeah, it like misshapes the head. Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty pliable. Kids are pretty pliable. They figure that out pretty quickly.
They gave her enough Pitocin to put a whale in labor. I know that, but it didn't work.
Oh, they did that with my wife on our first kid. They gave her too much, and she was having contractions on top of contractions until she was just vomiting everywhere. Okay, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
But with my second kid, that's the one where they told me to go put on scrubs because it was a scheduled C-section, so I had to go put on scrubs. And then they forgot about me. And I had to go to the nurse's station, and I had to say, hey, my wife's about ready to give birth. She's having a C-section. And they're like, oh, yeah, we forgot about you. So they run me back there. Well, at that point, they already had her cut open. And they're rushing me in there. Well, where the entrance of the operating room is, I go by, the whole show's open. It's the whole Rocky Horror. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I saw my daughter's head poking out, and I almost hit the floor. They're like, sir, are you okay? And I'm like, I need to sit down now. And I cannot be anywhere near that.
Wow.
As my wife's trying to calm me down.
Yeah, that's basically how it went with me too. Yeah, just calming me down. I was like, well, you wear the pants now, so.
Well, when my daughter was born, she had a full head of hair, and that's usually apparently common with boys.
Yeah.
And so they're like, even the nurse was like, it's going to be a boy. He's got a bunch of hair.
That's right, because you guys didn't find out until the day of. Yeah.
And then they pulled her out, and it was a girl.
Yeah.
There was no hang down. I confirmed that.
Well, I'm glad you got a boy and a girl. I have 2 girls to start with, and now I got to try for a boy on the
Number
third one.
3, is that the last one for you?
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
You think so?
Katie's
still pretty young.
That's true.
Your wife is still young. Sorry.
Yeah, my pull-out game's not strong. But any advice on what to expect from baby number 2? What was that like when you get home and now you got a newborn again with the toddler running around?
Brace yourself.
Yeah.
It's coming. Especially for you, since your good kid's your first kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I told Katie there's no possible way that we get another kid that's this good. Like, she doesn't do hardly anything wrong, and she listens very well.
It's usually either, I don't, it's funny because their personalities are so much more different, and they pretty much come out of the baby hatch with their own personality.
Yeah.
But it seems like your first kid is either the calm kid or it's a crazy kid, and then your second kid is vice versa.
Uh-huh.
So obviously your first kid, I mean, if you get a kid that's better than your first kid, you got it made. Your parenting is done. I wouldn't even have another kid after that. You got it.
Won the lottery?
Yeah, you won the lottery, but chances are it's going to be a crazy child.
Yeah.
But they're a lot of fun. Because my daughter's a lot more up and down than my son is. But she is like, it's funny because we're talking about that. Like, her highs are a lot better as far as, like, she makes us laugh out loud, and our son does too. But at the same time, her lows are like, we want to strangle her sometimes.
Right. Yeah. See, Oakland she loves to make you laugh and entertain, but she's extremely shy and whatnot too. So it takes her a while to warm up to you. Once she does, she's like aiming to make you laugh the entire time.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I hope that you have a calm kid, but
it's probably not
chances are you're gonna have a.
Watching Katie's belly at nighttime, I can already tell that she's like partying.
She's trying to punch through.
Yeah, she's like listening to Lil Wayne and like twerking or something. I don't know.
Is it's ever weird to you that there's like somebody, a person in you?
So the first,
or in your wife,
it freaked me out. Like, I didn't even like feeling her move and whatnot on the first baby. This time I'm like used to it and whatnot. But yeah, it was like, that is so fucking weird.
It is weird.
It's like you have an alien inside you, and then. Because women get the hormones that men don't get. So they're like in love with it and like, oh, I miss the feeling of being pregnant. When I was like, how do you, like, all you did was complain that she's kicking you in the guts and that your pelvic bone hurts.
You had to pee all the time, you're hot, exactly. You're cold.
Like, oh, I miss being pregnant. It feels so nice. I was like, it feels nice to have some weird object moving around inside you.
My back hurts. I can't drink alcohol.
It's just like with anything.
Marijuana's
They
frowned
say one
upon.
thing and then they mean another and then,
That's a whole nother topic we could talk about.
My dogs are 14 years old, and that's the only other thing with balls in the house. So I am in trouble if I can't get a boy out of this next one.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Yeah.
There's not a lot there.
No.
There's not a whole lot of bait and tackle around
I
here.
may as well just sign up for all the overtime I can because 2 teenage girls within 2 years of each other, and I'll be closing in on 50.
Plus, you're going to have my daughter run around here somewhere.
Yep.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
No, I would say, one thing to think about too is because of the focus is so on the new one, not that you're going to forget about your other daughter, but to, make sure that she's involved. I think it's cool to have them involved, like, for when we brought Kason in, he was like scared. I mean, because it's scary for them to go into hospital anyway. So when we brought my son in, he was scared. And I'm not saying every kid's like that. Some kids don't care. Like, my daughter doesn't care. You could take her anywhere and she'd be like, "Oh, cool." Like, we took her to the fair and she was like, "Oh, carnies, these guys are awesome."
Yeah.
Some kids are like that.
I have the same amount of teeth as
you. She had more teeth than most of those guys. It was bad. Anyways, so I would say that. And then he wasn't too thrilled about having his sister around at first.
I'm sure.
So I would say, just remember that they're gonna have some emotions going too, and then, because the focus is, I've seen kids that will they get aggressive because their attention
losing. Yeah, they're not the center of attention.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that's good. And I'm not saying don't have one kid. In that, kids that from single child households don't pan out, but I think it's good that there's a balance.
Yeah, they have to learn to share and that they're not the center of the universe. Yes. And no, for sure. I think the biggest thing is because my wife will be doing most of the caring for the newborn, so and my daughter's already such a daddy's girl anyway. It's just going to be me keeping her entertained so that my wife can do the duties, the breastfeeding and the changing diapers and all that stuff. So I'm sure I'll be changing all the diapers.
It's the same thing as the first one, just less energy and less time.
Right. Yep.
So good luck.
And more coffee.
Yes. That's what you got to do though, is wait a few more years until your oldest daughter is able to help you with changing diapers and stuff.
Right.
Because that's what they made John and Carrie, my older siblings, do with me.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Only problem is I'll be 65 if I wait a couple more years by the time they turn 18. So.
Yeah, but your wife is so young.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, she'll be 20 by the time.
Then you can use the excuse, my back, my knees, my hips.
Yeah. I'm putting in the work now, so when my back's blown out and she divorces me at 40. No,
yeah, but you get what do they call it? Palimony. You get palimony.
Yeah, there we go. It's so weird thinking of, it's already hard thinking of loving something as much as they tell you you love your kid, but you 100% do.
You'll love this one just as much.
Yeah, that's the disconnect so far. That's, I guess, similar to before Oakland actually got there and everyone told me I was going to feel and whatnot. So now it's like I have a new baby coming and everything, but I can't picture loving something else as much as I love Oakland. So it's weird, but everyone who has two kids says, like, no, you pick up right the same way.
Yeah,
so.
it is. The real challenge is when the second one gets old enough to play with the first one's toys.
Oh yeah, especially being girls. I've noticed that girls get A, more jealous, and B, more physical than if it was a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
Oakland with her cousin who's about a year younger than her, not quite, but that's where they're at, is they'll just battle all the time for attention, for toys, for everything. So
where ours became, well, our neighbor too. Is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're like, oh, this is cute, and hopefully they always play like this on a Facebook post like a year ago.
Yeah.
And so I commented, just wait until she can start playing with his toys.
Yep.
And then the other thing too is, like with my son, he could play on the couch, and she couldn't get up there.
Yeah.
My daughter couldn't get up there, and then once she was able to get on the couch, it was over.
This is my spot.
Yeah. He had no more spots anymore.
Yep.
Because at least he could grab his toys and run and hide somewhere.
At least your house has enough rooms where they can have their own room.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there wasn't that, they definitely need their own little personal space. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always lived with a sibling. Not that we couldn't afford more rooms, but it can cause some friction.
Yeah.
Definitely.
My plan is to keep things, especially as they grow up, buy things for their birthday parties that they both can use, like trampolines, playhouses, things like that they can both play on every time. So it's not like I got a new toy and also you got a new toy because it's my birthday, and yada yada yada. I think you can mitigate that with buying big pieces until it gets too expensive.
Yeah, because it's gonna. Well, especially two girls too.
Yeah. Just wait till they discover Facebook jewelry like their mom.
I think I think my favorite part of it, or not favorite, but I just find comical, is they can go from like having the best of time together, just they're having a great time, to 5 seconds later they're having the worst time, or vice versa. Yeah.
My sister hit me in the face with a truck. Like, what?
Yeah.
You guys were just playing Barbies.
My tooth's gone. Now I am the same amount of teeth as a carny. Other than that, man, it's just experience, and you'll figure it out. I don't know. So I think sometimes people tell stories. No, there's not. I think sometimes people tell stories or try to get at you just to because they think it's funny. Yeah, that could be too. 100%. It's not. Honestly, like I said, it's the same thing, just less time, less energy. Also, all kids are different, so when someone tells you, like, oh, you gotta watch out for this and whatnot, you're like, well, your kid might be a sociopath, so... Yeah. Yeah, my kid doesn't smile. It just stands in the corner and stares at me. It's perfect.
Yeah, he keeps
Tell you
trying
good.
to sacrifice the cat. Watch out for that. I'm like, what?
My kid's a Wiccan.
All right. Well, thanks for the advice. We'll move on to the next topic.
Lock it up.
Lock it up. Shake and bake.